It's J Talk. Let's talk about fragrance nostalgia. Welcome back to J-ROYL, everyone. My name is James. It's time we have a bit of a talk, a little bit of a chat, a little bit of a discuss on J Talk. We should all know by now that fragrances are a very subjective thing. We all have our own tastes, we all have our own experiences, blah, 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 blah. I talk about it all the time, let's move on, okay. One of the beautiful qualities of fragrances is their ability to build scent memories. You probably noticed that your sense of smell does a very, very effective job at triggering memories from long ago. And because of that nose to brain connection, a lot of people will even have nostalgic feelings towards certain fragrances. If you're a full-fledged member of the fragrance community and you watch a lot of reviews and you go on Facebook and Base Notes and Fragrantica, there are certain fragrances where people really do have intense nostalgia for. There's almost nothing wrong with people being nostalgic about certain fragrances, unless if that fragrance is discontinued. A lot of vintage formulations or discontinued fragrances have a huge following because of the fact that they're nostalgic. There are a lot of people that have a soft spot for fragrances that you can't really get anymore because they grew up with them. So they have a special attachment to them. This nostalgia, unfortunately, can become hype. It's a combination of certain people's nostalgia mixed with the exclusivity factor, which creates huge hype. I've actually fallen victim to certain people's nostalgia because I would hear people speak very highly of certain discontinued fragrances only to get them and think they're pretty good, but not necessarily mind-blowing. As much as I love M7 Oud Absolute is a solid alternative to it, and you can get this almost anywhere. When it comes to discontinued fragrances, part of me thinks, well, you know what? They're discontinued, let them be, move on, let's try some new frags out, right? But I can also relate to the people that used to wear these fragrances and have those set memories that they love to revisit. The moral of this story, guys, is for the newer frag heads out there, don't necessarily buy a vintage fragrance or a discontinued fragrance based on its hype, because that hype may be biased in the sense where it's someone's nostalgia talking more so than their objectivity. As usual, sample the fragrance before you buy a full bottle of it. If it's something that you really like, then of course, go for it. Live a little. Don't let someone else's nostalgia influence your opinion. Create your own new scent memories to look forward to in the future with fragrances that you actually genuinely love. All of our links to the Facebook group and Instagram are down below, and if you like what you see, then go ahead and subscribe and like this video. What are some fragrances that give you feelings of nostalgia when you smell them? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Peace.
Vortex, please. You're letting the sadness of the swamps get to you. You have to try. You have to care. For me.